So I started my fitness journey 5 years ago, or if you want to be very nerdy, 5 years and 2 months ago. So it was on the 1st of January 2020, right? And that was me doing calisthenics. And it was with the sole desire to want to build my dream physique. Because I was really fat at the time, man. I was insecure. I got a lot of shit from my parents. And sometimes at school I'd get ridiculed on being, not having the body type that I would want. And I hated myself also. I didn't have the physique that I'd like. And now we fast forward 5 years and 2 months later, and honestly, from my standards and from what I've been told by many other people when just going outside in public in general, family, friends, and just others, I'm really satisfied with my physique. I really am. I looked at myself in the mirror a few days ago, and if I'm being dead honest with you guys, there isn't much I would change. There is a saying that, in your fitness journey, the first 5 years will be the years when you make the most progress. That is so true. That is so, so true. Because during these past 5 years, my progression in terms of calisthenics, physique, strength, everything has just been rapidly rising. Now, for context, I want to let you know, I am 19 years old. When I started training, I was 13 years old because my birthday is on March the 14th. So I was 13 years old. So this was 2 months prior to me, my 14th birthday. So I was 13. So if you guys are wondering if I'm supposedly dumb at maths, no. I just started training 2 months before my birthday. Hence why I said 13, not 14 in terms of when I started working out. So I started this shit really early, man. And I think it's definitely an interesting spot to be in life in general, because most people, they don't really start working out seriously till they're like 18 or some shit like that. I started that shit about 5 years earlier, and it's a good, interesting spot to be in, and I'm grateful for the hard work I put in, and decided to commit myself to at 13 years old to build the body of my dreams, to which I pretty much have. Genuinely, guys, I look at myself in the mirror, I'm so impressed. So right now I weigh about 186.3 pounds. Looking at myself in the mirror, I'm still able to maintain my abs. So I'm saying I must be around 15% body fat, 15% body fat in the mirror. I have about 15-inch arms, and I believe, like I did tell you guys a while back in my videos, to those who are new, 16-inch arms is my ideal arm size that I would want for my physique. I think I have about 15 when I last measured it, so we're not far off. I do believe it'll take some form of extra training to eventually get to that point, but that will be with time, so I'm not too bothered by that. So I have about 15-inch arms also. I have abs. Now abs are there. I've looked many times, they're still there. I look big. I'm satisfied with the proportions, and I'm not a very tall person, but I'm not short either. I'm average height in my country. So I live in England, right? And the average height in England is 5'9". So I'm about 175.3 centimeters. I weigh about 176. So a tad bit higher in terms of centimeters. But needless to say, I'm at an average height. I'm at a good height. Usually, here's one benefit of having a much smaller frame and just height in general. It's a lot easier to fill out your whole body because naturally you're shorter. You don't have to eat a lot more in comparison to your 6'4" counterpart. Just using that as an example, to put on the body weight, it would take them a lot longer time. Even if you got those two people, let's say one person is 5'8", another person 6'4", you have the same diet. Well, the person who's 6'4", although he may stand out once both your programs are done in terms of bulking and putting on the surplus. To get to that point, you're gonna stand out more, the shorter guy, because he has a more stockier body, so he has a lot less mass to put on. We need to embrace our height, guys. It's not something to be insecure about, trust me. I was thinking about, should I sit down in just one spot? I mean, I guess I could do it for about a minute or two, but I like walking around. It makes things more fun. Yeah, I usually thought when I just stay in one spot, it makes things more interesting. I actually get bored very quickly. I like talking and enjoying the beauty of the aura of nature. So it just goes in my mind, and I'm recording at the same time, and you guys enjoy it. Whew, man, amen, man. That's a good life. Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't change much. Like, and it's really nice that. Let me tell you something, guys. The earlier you do shit that's right for you, the quicker you can enjoy those rewards. Because I started this shit early, 13 years old, guys, and from my perspective, I told you about how I feel from my own views, looking at my physique. I'm always in awe, honestly. And a lot of you guys like to say pride is a sin. I don't agree. I believe pride is only a sin when you place your self-accomplishments above God who created you. Other than that, we should be taking pride of ourselves. God takes pride in himself. Why can't we take pride in ourselves, right? So I surely take pride in myself, hence why I train, I go to the gym, and I used to always think that despite my 5 years of training, at some points in my life, and even just, going along with the training period over the years, I still feel like, despite being a heavy body weight, that my body is just simply too small and that I can't fit the clothes that I wear. Turns out that's wrong, because the majority of the clothes I do wear, the sleeves are fucked up, because I must have done it in the past. And this was prior, before I started caring about clothing and realizing the importance of, having proportional clothes, But honestly, I've gotten to the point in my life where the clothes I wear, the t-shirts, they're really starting to fit. Even when I get my phone out, I have this like big mirror in my house, right? I have two. One in my mum's room and the second one in my two sisters' bedroom. So I like to go in there from time to time. In the gym, you get the phone out, you take a picture of your physique. I do the same thing. Well, not necessarily the same thing. I should do more, honestly. But I get my phone up. I just look at myself in the mirror. I'm like, damn, you look pretty good. Good, man. Like, you're filling up your t-shirts. Now, I did tell you guys off the rack clothing I tailored for fat people. Certain t-shirts, they actually, go to your benefit, which is a really, really good thing. And the t-shirts I have now, this is another good thing about being in great shape. You don't have to worry about that shit getting your... Well, no, I would still recommend you get your clothes tailored, but if you just want to get casual t-shirts, at least it still fits you, because you're an outlier, And yeah, I've gotten to the point where, with the clothes that I don't rip, I look pretty good. And I do have a lot of ripped clothes from the past in my life, where I just didn't care about fashion as much as I do now. And I believe that will progressively overload the wealthier I get in my life. But honestly, right now, I'm really content with the clothes I wear, whether that be long sleeve, short sleeve. Really emphasizes the body you have, and it makes me value clothing a lot more. So I do thank fitness for that also. It's taken me a long way, man. Now, I spoke about myself and how I feel, how I perceive myself. When you're in fitness and you look good, bro, you're gonna love yourself. You're gonna love yourself, man. Also, don't believe the BMI. The BMI is full of shit. They don't take into fact, other areas in terms of like body composition. Basically, BMI is basically this calculation thing that determines how fat you are. Now, I actually do believe that type of system is tailored for just regular people who don't really work out to an extreme extent, to where they have a body that commands respect. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I'm just telling you the truth. And I speak as a testament, because from what I'm seeing in the mirror, I look relatively lean. I say I'm about 14-15% body fat, and I'm 176 centimeters, so I'm 5'9", and 84.5 kilos, so 186.3. As of the recording of this video, and technically the BMI standards, I'm 27.3, which would class me as overweight, but they don't know that I'm lean. So I believe it's flawed, but it can be accurate depending on how dedicated you are to fitness. So if you're somewhat like me, you train a lot, you're lean, then the BMI probably isn't for you. However, I would say, for those who aren't, too big on working out, you do the bare minimum, just a regular guy, you want to get healthy, I believe it is tailored towards you, So yeah, those are my thoughts. In terms of men, it's always nice to receive respect from men. It's such a nice feeling, guys. And in terms of like body composition, so how your body looks, I've been in all sides of the coin. I've been the fat kid. Man. I know what it's like to be made fun of. I've been the skinny kid, man. I know what it's like to be pushed around. And I've been jacked, and I will always be jacked now for as long as I live now. And I know what it's like to get double ticks from both men and women. It's one of the best feelings ever, especially when they praise you for your physique. It's a brilliant thing. And I'm telling you guys, trust me, you do not want to be fat. A lot of people, they'll try cope. And I did this in the past. When they're fat or skinny, they'll try cope to try justify the state they're in, when they know deep down in their heart they're not happy. Because if they could, I'm not going to snap my fingers now because it's really cold, it's still winter. But if they had the opportunity to snap their fingers and they'll get their dream physique, I'm telling you, they would do that the moment they had the chance. But it takes 5 years, roughly. How long does it take to get jacked? I'd probably say 3 to 5 years. But if you have the correct system in place, it can be a lot quicker. I have really good genetics, which I never knew at the time back when I was fat and skinny, because I never put myself in a position where I had to work for it. After 5 years of training, I look pretty good, man. I truly do. I get a lot of respect from men whenever I walk out. Friends told me this when I go into like run clubs. Get a lot of compliments for being jacked. When I walk out to pretty much any place, I always get double ticks from women, and it's women I actually find attractive as well. And let me tell you something about women, guys. Women don't double take people they don't find attractive. If they took the time out of the day to look back at someone, hey, you're doing something right. Because I remember I used to walk around just areas in general. No one gave a fuck about me, to be quite frank. No one cared. Ever since I got in shape, people are kind of treating me a bit different. I very rarely receive disrespect now. People don't slap me at the back of their head like they used to. They know what's up. And that's another good thing about being in shape. It's not just the mental, no, the physical, the mental also. And you can enjoy the women too. Come on, guys. Don't lie. You know you want the woman. You know you like the attention, man. There's nothing wrong with it. I like it too. Nothing wrong with that. A lot of you guys want to try to be so cool. You're like, I don't care about what trust. Shut up. I know you do. I know you do, you bastard. Because I did that myself. I used to say that. There's nothing wrong with admitting it. It's nice. It's nice getting the attention from females. It's a good feeling. But honestly, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Not much more. In terms of continuing my fitness journey, absolutely. And once you get to a certain level in fitness, you tend to realize, at first it starts with the looks, and, you want to attract the females. I get it. There's a lot of beautiful women in this world. So I get it. And when you tick those boxes, it's such a good feeling. It's like, I never need to feel the need to chase or, to chase a woman again, because it's like the body you built, that's equivalent to her nice ass, nice tits, pretty waist, and a pretty face. So you're kind of even if you look at it from that primal perspective, So it's like I never need to chase anymore. Like, I never, because most of the time, I'm not saying this to be cocky. I'm just an honest guy. I'll tell you the truth. There have been times in my life where I never got the woman I wanted, type of woman I wanted. When I say type of woman, I don't mean like attract. Well, yeah, attract, but like in your life, not like that. I just mean like from an attraction standpoint. When you get it, it's a lot easier to talk to women. I'm telling you, they give you choosing signals. And women not gonna say shit. They're shy, so you have to walk and make the first move. I used to think because social media, the common stereotype where it's like you approach a woman, the woman's like, oh, fuck off. Trust me, that's it. Go in real life in the internet. Every time I've spoken to a woman, that's never happened to me. Never. No. Now I'm sure, yeah, those type of women are out there, but come on, man. When you're in a real life, it's a lot easier, man. I'm telling you, women. You see how us men, we a beautiful woman comes up to us, and I had to be like, oh my goodness, she's actually speaking to me. You don't think they think the same thing when a handsome in-shape person's talking to them? They're just not gonna go, fuck off. They're not gonna go like that. No. They get intimidated a little bit. You can tell from their voice and body language. At least I'm speaking from experience. And this is just from the initial stage, right? When you just, you break the ice, which tends to be most men's hardest part when speaking with women. And I'm speaking from experience. But, yeah. In terms of where I plan to, elevate myself in my fitness journey, of course I'll still work out now, because after 5 years and you got what you always wanted, you have the body of your dreams, and you're attracting women now, it kind of changes your mindset in a good way. My mentality to feel like chasing women all the time, I don't feel like that anymore, and it's a beautiful scratch itch stuff. Because, and not to sound cocky or anything, just me being honest, it's good to know that so long as I stay in my fitness journey, I'll always attract women. Always. 100%. I have the body I want. It commands respect. I respect it. From what I'm seeing in public, a lot of people respect it also. Get a lot of nice comments. Can't go wrong. In terms of like improving, now here's the beauty about living and, being a man, the male advantage and whatnot. As I continue training and getting older, my physique's gonna look better anyway. Even if I just do the bare minimum, I'll still look better simply because I'm aging like fine wine as a man. I had someone say that when you hit 25, you just get a second boost of gains from many other, self-improvement developers. Now, I'm not 25 yet, I'm only 19. I was gonna say 60. I'm only 19 now, I need to get used to saying that. But yeah, it's just interesting, and I'm looking forward to that. And I'll let you know, guys, in 6 years when I hit 25, if that theory is actually true. But yeah, I hit my dream physique now. Now, my reasons for training now. And you get the realization when you're done training. It's when you get the physique you wanted, when you ticked off the goals in terms of like, attracting women now. Now my reasons changed for working out. It's simply the thrill. You see, it was never about attracting women. It was never about building the physique, but it was more so the mentality that you have. And that single mentality, that single aspect, enables everything else in your life to fall into place. And with that, I wish I could have clicked my hand setting it off, but it really is cold. I think now is a brilliant segment to put this video on a close.